With Beyblade CX on the horizon and us getting more and more information, I decided to do a video where not only will I give any updates on anything I missed out in the previous day, but with 3 talented content creators. They'll be sharing their thoughts on each of the individual parts, giving their breakdown on it. So, if you are hyped for CX and like bays that spin, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts. Before we continue with this video, if you're looking for the new Beyblade CX releases, consider checking out mallofbays.com. We are a Canadian import seller. We get our bays from Japan. Awesome way to support the channel. I appreciate any and all support regardless. Huge thank you to anyone who did any pre-orders. All right, we're gonna kind of go through some of the news that I just didn't get a chance to actually cover. So first of all, there is an orange Samurai Saber. This is lottery. I really like the color scheme of it. I'm probably never gonna get it, so I guess it doesn't really matter what I think about it now, does it? Some of the other stuff is like a really fucking cool Phoenix Feather we got, where it's literally in the colors of Phoenix Wing. You have to get, I believe, like the extra book or whatever that's coming out. I think it's like the end of February or whatever, and it comes with it, so that's pretty neat. Also, Wizard Rod is banned specifically in B4 events across Asia, specifically 1v1 and 3-player battles, but 3-on-3 it's still fine. So basically it makes sense. I'm pretty sure what is it, in B4 events, first stage is 1v1 and then finals is 3-on-3. So it's like the Hall of Fame band technically, and I think they're gonna give updates like every like half a year or so, whatever. So also there's a gold Perseus, third, second, and first. So it's gonna be just like that Gold Knight Mail. It's gonna be really hard to try to get like a full set of that thing. Next up on housekeeping is talking about CX05, which is Hell's Reaper. So I'm sure you may have seen, we have reported a long time ago listings CX05. You see now Hell's Reaper is CX05, so it is locked in a random booster. You'll find out this info, I'm assuming probably sometime in April, maybe. Also the contacts are like front facing, just like Hell Scythe. It is a right spin blade, but what do you think of this bay? What are your predictions? There's not much to go by just on this, but I don't know, let me know your thoughts. What else do we got? Oh, well, check out this. There's Hasbro news I forgot to actually cover. So there is a future collab 2-pack, which I think is like slated for sometime in the summer, I'm pretty sure, but it is Captain America and Red Hulk, so it's really cool. I think Cap is with what, 470 gear ball, and it's very cool in the molded detail. I have like the shield on like the prongs and like the falcon wings on like the contact points, which I think look nice. It is an echo of Dran's sword. I guess it technically is, but it's based on that. I don't know. Design wise, if it weighs the same as Dran's sword, it's probably just gonna perform the same. 470s, whatever, gear balls, meh. The Hulk one, very much excited for that one. It is an echo of Tyranno Beat, and the parts on this are really nice. 180 in Rush, so we get a very cool Rush reprint, the Hulk design in the metal molding, everything looks really nice. So, and plus it does come with good parts, so you're pretty much getting this for like a very expensive way to get Rush. So I would say there is some decent priority if you want to get this. Now we're going to be transitioning to the CX news, where I'm going to fade out of existence and only appear back at the end. But for the custom line sub, they give you basically a quick little recap. Your lock chip is just the thing that locks everything together. Your main blade is the main thing that makes contact with the opponent. And then your assist blade is just going to assist the main part of the blade. This can vary in shape and design to help the performance. So we're going to start off with covering CX01 with actually having our special guest, Nizuma, cover CX01. Nizuma is a content creator that does competitive testing, also breaks down the news and reviews. So let us hear his thoughts on the new Dran.
Yo, what is up? Thanks for having me. I'm here and I'm tired. So my thoughts on the new Dran Beyblade. Stylistically, aesthetically, it looks really cool. It seems like the initial releases of CX are all going to be throwbacks to the design aesthetic of the first releases of Beyblade X. So this new Dran Beyblade looks a lot like Dran's sword in terms of shape and design, just a little bit more stylized, I guess. The shape looks a little softer than Dran's sword. It doesn't look like it's going to have as sharp of edges as Dran's sword has. I could be wrong about that, but it does look a little softer. I think the shape overall will be good. I think the assist blade looks pretty good. I think it looks like it's gonna be pretty aggressive. I don't know if that's gonna be a good thing or a bad thing with the assist blades, especially if they end up making contact with metal. But as the system sort of comes out and we mess with it some, I think I don't know. We'll find out. The Ratchet 660 looks like very similar to the 5-sided ratchets, just with an extra point. So I imagine that those are going to be more balanced than the 5-sided ratchets and probably somewhere around the same weight. So for things that are good on the 5-sided ratchets, if you're wanting something more balanced, this is probably going to be pretty good. I think the ratchet overall is going to be good. And then the bit, it's basically just an inverted cyclone. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of cyclone. I don't hate it, but it's just kind of like a very average attack bit to me. So I'm not like super hyped for the bit. But in terms of the parts, I think it looks really cool. I'm really digging the new removable chips. That's something that I really wanted at the start of Beyblade X that I was predicting, but I was unfortunately wrong about, but we're getting them now, so I'm hyped about that. That means your favorite chip can now be swapped onto anything, so very excited about that. I'm hoping that with the addition of the new CX part, that things aren't going to get super chunky. It actually still looks relatively thin. I'm just curious where that additional material is coming from. Are the blades going to get thicker, or have they just shaved the bottom of the blade and just inserted that new part? Because like if you're adding a new part, you're adding that thickness somewhere. So either the blade gets smaller in terms of thickness, or it's adding additional thickness. So either they get taller, or the blade has been shaved down a little bit in order to compensate for the extra material of new assist blades. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad we're getting additional customization. It looks really cool. I know some people don't like stickers, but they look pretty simple. You have a handful of stickers. It looks like there's like 3 on most of these new releases, so I think they look really cool. I'm hoping that we get like, you know, maybe variant stickers in the future, some hollow stickers. I don't know. Overall, I'm very hyped about CX. Everything about CX, I'm super excited for, especially the removable chips. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. It looks great. The bits, whatever, but everything else looks amazing. So, yeah, that's my thoughts.
Next up, we have CX02 with our content creator, Fabel. Fabel does a lot of competitive testings, really doing a deep dive to see what releases are good. So let's hear their thoughts on Wizard.
Hi, I'm Fabel.
I'm Moth.
And today we're taking a quick look at wizardarc, the new CX blade, just announced in Koro today. Very exciting.
This is really cool. Multi-part blades.
Multi-part blades. We got a new stamina type here. It's got a wicked side profile along with its assist blade. Round, this assist blade is called. Very interesting. Locked circular blade that adds this like almost ratchet protection, it looks like.
Yeah, this is really cool. At first glance, I saw the shape of the metal and I was worried, oh, it's so exposed, what about the ratchet? But that assist blade that attaches to it tucks into the ratchet very nicely.
I think that'll be very interesting to on defensive builds to protect ratchet for like low res stuff. Very interesting. Maybe Elevate gets a buff.
I think any ratchet might get a buff from round.
This is true.
That would be really cool. Okay, not the ones that extend low, but maybe like 4?
Yeah, maybe 4.
Which is what we're looking at?
Yeah, the new 4, which is like, what? How do you make 4 worse? By making its contacts wider? And it also looks like it's a single part ratchet, kind of like 385.
I actually think that it doesn't look worse. I think this 4 looks okay. The contact points aren't sticking out too much.
This is true.
And then you combine it with that
extra
assist blade.
Yeah, true.
That covers it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that would be very cool for the stamina bit that goes along with it.
Yes, we get low orb. So the third low bit is finally low orb, and it's a low resistance bit for the first time. We can talk about the main event here, the full blade.
The blade itself, so all of the accessories that go along with it actually look pretty cool, but then the blade itself looks nice.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of a combination of Wizard Arrow and Wizard Rod.
A little bit of Wyvern Gale in there here, because we got that like slope underside.
That side profile with the wavy shape, it does look pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think looking at the top profile, I see it looks pretty round, not seeing a huge amount of lumpiness to it. And then there are gaps on either side, kind of like Wizard Arrow, where it has the pointy bit that can snag on things.
Yeah, and that does look like it'll be a nice contact point if you want some recoil going on. It looks nice and chunky and flat.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about how thin the metal is, though.
A little bit. I wonder what the weight is going to be.
Yeah.
So all of the metal is on the outside portion of it.
This is true.
There are no inward-facing prongs at all.
Nope. Maybe a little bit like here-ish. There may be a little bit of metal underneath the like lightning bolt thing going on here.
But I'm optimistic for this one because I'm seeing a nice shape and outward weight distribution.
Yeah, I'm really excited. The wizard motif looks cool too, so if you want to put that on other blades, you can. But I don't know. I'm really excited for this. It looks like it's pretty promising. I don't know if it's going to be a rod killer, but low orb is really exciting, and having a 55 height ratchet is really cool. Lowest ratchet in the game. Alrighty. Well, that is our quick first thoughts on wizardarc round 455 low orb. But I have been Fabled Beyblades. Please go ahead and give me a follow on YouTube. I make competitive testing videos along here with Mav.
Alrighty, now with CX03, we have our good pal Cyprus. He'll be giving his thoughts on what he thinks potentially for the future of Beyblade X with CX03 and some other stuff to talk about. Hey everyone, it's me, Common X. Just kidding, no. I forgot to add this segment kind of explaining Perseus before I let Cyprus cook on his analysis. But for Perseus stuff, just to kind of quickly go over, basically the assist blade is called Bumper, and I don't know, it's probably going to help with maybe the defensive combinations potentially, kind of with that shape and design, since it's kind of, you know, well rounded off, whatever. Probably could work for an assist blade for defense shit. Also, we get our new bit, which is called Wedge. Wedge is a bit that has 10 gears like Rush, which is going to be interesting to see it kind of resist a lot of that extreme dash, which is what you ideally want for a defense to do. The entire gimmick, by the way, is just shock absorption. It's supposed to stand still. The tip does look very narrow, so wondering if it's going to fall over easily. It's also a low resistance bit, so I don't know. But the ratchet is 680, so I don't know, maybe that'll be good for like defense stuff. Should be fine, I guess. I don't know.
Greetings everyone, I'm Cyprus from Brazil. Thank you so much, Zankye, for inviting me in. And for my predictions, they come as follows. First of all, I think Perseus Assist Blade will be used a lot in early CX competitive. Not only it seems very bulky, but also looks the heaviest, and everybody loves a heavy comp. For CX's future, I think we are just starting at the tip of the iceberg, because listen, what if one day we get metal lock ships? Second, currently all main blades have no gimmicks, but one day, when they do, what will happen? Imagine a main blade with rubber, free spin, or even better, a metal assist blade. Because so far, nothing is stopping Takaratomi from doing a metal lock ship, a metal assist blade, and then we make a blade with 3 metal parts. Let's hope that Hasbro still keeps doing the same product as Takaratomi, that they don't skimp out on gimmicks, on swappable parts, they better keep things the way they still are, and when they come on Hasbro side, you can count on me to give their QRs for the app for you. Do you need QR codes? They still are my thing, and you can find them on my channel. Thank you so much, Zankye, and see you guys next time.
Now, last thing to cover, actually, before we wrap things up, is actually the manga chapter. I'll be very brief with this. Shout out to my boy Kyo for any translation notes. But also, by the way, support the official release. This whole chapter is basically kind of focused on multi-showcasing the new CX system with her new wizardarc against Siguru. They have this spar, and I think what's really nice is that Multi actually is able to beat her sister in a battle, because the whole thing in the season 1 was she did like over 10,000 battles and she could never beat her sister. And this was like, that's like the one thing that Siguru was good at, just specifically Beyblade. So for her to eventually make a Bey that was able to actually win, it's a very nice moment. The embrace, I think it's like, this was like a nice thing to continue her character from the previous season, so I like that quite a bit. Eventually he realizes that he just needs to make his own Beyblade, so he basically combines Black Shell and like Drake to make Shelter Drake. Get it? Because Shell, okay, yeah. I guess his goal is just to like, he wants to become this strong and powerful blader, and he doesn't want to just like be blind to like Chrome or just try to copy whatever, so kind of like this idea of like he's fusing his aspect in Drake whatever to make his Bey. I think that is in a okay enough backstory to Shelter Drake where I'm okay with it. Otherwise, yeah, at the end, that guy shows up who has the Perseus, and he's like, yeah, I'm from Team Zodiac. That's wow. Well, we're gonna go with Lance Roji. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. I can't read this shit. Curious to see where CX goes. What are your thoughts in the comment section below? And as well, before we kind of wrap up and I get to the end screens, I have lived a life right now. I will be leaving links in the description for Fabel, Nizuma, and Cyprus. Please make sure to support their channels and give them a lot of love. They did a lot of time and effort just to record these segments, so please pay some respect, subscribe to them, support their content, please, please, please. And yeah, that's kind of it, man. I don't know. This video is probably gonna take long to edit, but I do appreciate all the support. We're all excited for CX, or at least hoping to see where the meta turns. But yeah, I don't know. Thank you all for watching. That's going to be it for now. Take care and bye.